Hello, brothers and sisters. Today I'm welcoming you again to today's session. Today's topic will be about how we've been losing our black brothers and sisters, and when found, they're found when they're missing body parts and even organs. So there has been cases whereby people have disappeared and found after weeks and months. Then they have been missing body parts, whether they were organ donors or not. There have been some cases whereby people have gone to the hospital while ill, and doctors will rush in to conclude that they should be donating their body parts, of which to some extent shows that there is something going on that people are not being told. But in order to understand our topic of today clearly, kindly stay with me as we watch the videos coming up next. Kindly share, like, subscribe, and you'll also comment. Tune in as we watch the videos, and I'll be back with my own review of the videos. So kindly stay with me as we watch the videos and get to know what's taking place.
All right, y'all. So I need y'all to stop what y'all doing right now. And come a little closer, because this ain't no rumor. And this is just a real life warning for anybody with melanin in your skin. If you don't have melanin, please do me a favor, show some respect and keep moving. Just scroll, please. This is not meant for you. But if you black, you might be next, and I am not playing. Lately, we got black folks turning up dead. Do you hear me? And when the body come back, it's missing eyes, organs, even the fucking skin. And that's not exaggeration. That's not the movies. It's right here. It even happened in Sacramento. The family of Tanya Walker, a black woman, went missing. They say when they finally got her body back after about maybe 7 fucking months, only to find out her eyes and her skin had been surgically removed. Let that sink in. They said her face looked like somebody poured battery acid on it. There was no ID tag, no death certificate. Her own kids had to identify her by a tattoo on her arm. That's not no hospital accident, y'all. That's a cover-up. And if you think it stopped there, no. They got dozens of other bodies being stored off-site somewhere in a backroom morgue and not telling families nothing. No permission, no respect. Somebody got a whole operation running and black bodies keep popping up in it. Now let's ask the real question. Why us? Why is it always melanated folks coming back carved up? Especially more recently. Because melanin is value. It ain't just beauty. It's a biological superpower. See, melanin can absorb radiation. You didn't know that. It protects, it regenerates, and now they studying it in pharmaceuticals, in weapons technology, in bio research. Did y'all know that? See, they know something about us that we not being taught. Beat this. I seen a white woman getting melanin injections. Skin turning dark brown, darker than mine. And she even claimed that she's starting to feel black on the inside. Hold on. Wait, you feel black on the inside? Because what? Because you got stared at in a store for 30 seconds? You faced one awkward conversation and now you think you understand a lifetime of systemic trauma. They were looking at you because they knew you had white features and you was black as shit, and it probably looked weird. But sis, you cosplaying. You not living it. Look, this ain't no joke. This is about trends of fear mongering. This is about black bodies being exploited, experimented on, and erased. And we can't just act like it ain't happening. So here's what you need to do. And I mean do it right now. Stop going places alone if you ain't got them. Tell somebody where you at every time. And if somebody go missing, you raise hell immediately. Don't take the hospital or the police at face value. Get a second opinion. A private autopsy if you can. Start talking to your family, your circle. Build your alert system. This is life or death now. We in a time where you could be alive 1 minute, and in a body bag with your damn eyes gone the next. If you ain't scared for your people, you ain't paying attention. This is not paranoia. This is preparation. Wake up, get aware, and guard your black body like it's sacred, because it is. It soaks up radiation. Huh? It soaks up radiation. And let me say something else about these truck drivers that turn up missing. Because I know you couldn't get me straightened up no motherfucking where without a fight or some signs that I was fighting my ass off. Unless the cop then tricked me into, or even dressed like a cop or pretending to be a cop, then tricked me into cooperating or helping with something. How is these dudes cooperating and ending up somewhere tied down? Who would they leave with? Who would they leave with? You ain't gonna leave with no strange white boys, and if some blocked your car off, you finna start scraping. So how is these... And you know what I think they're doing? They tying these black bodies up and then they leaving them out in the open to warn black people, don't bring your ass here. See, we start calling them sundown towns and gave them a title, and now they like, yeah, this is our space. See? And they get some young, wild ones, crazy ones. And people in the city, some people in the city know who it is, and they think these dudes are doing a good service. But what's not popping up is white bodies. And if every time that one black body popped up, taped up some motherfucking where, and you found two. Because see, you could just go to Craigslist, you could go to Facebook Marketplace, you could call you two white boys up and say, hey, come fix my car. And then them two bodies get found some motherfucking where. And then they'll realize, whoa. For every one that they find in this city, there's been two here. They'll start investigating in these cities. If black bodies are popping up in your cities, taped up and with the guts missing, these people ain't scared. These people is on one, and they keeping it like this because they think that they're doing something for their communities. When we gonna do something for our community? Or is we just gonna keep showing up and giving up our organs and our skin so that the people who God intended to never survive the heat? That's how the world ends this next time. And did you hear that general? Y'all can look it up. There's a general that was talking before the Senate and was saying that Africa is the go-to place. And we are going to need it because they have essential, he said, minerals that is essential to our survival in the future. Do you think he was just talking about shit in the ground, or you think he was talking about black people? Because my research says they've been using melanin and harvesting black people and trying to understand how it could be essential for human survival in the future. Why would weapons technology need black people? Imagine that. Why would biotech engineers need black people? They're not checking for nobody else. Do you know why? Because we are the originators, first man and first woman, and the purest form of melanin is here. Everybody else is watered down. That means we are first. So if anybody else think they are superior, get the fuck off of it or start reading, because you're making yourself look stupid as fuck. You're superior, but the sun gonna burn you up. What makes you superior? And I ain't taking shots because I got kids that are white. I'm talking to all of you motherfuckers that keep on thinking you're something that you're not, and you're getting a whole bunch of other people to believe it. And then you hate me because you're wrong. And you think that if you eliminate black people, that makes you superior? No, you just killed off human creation, even though you could never get rid of black people. God made us withstand even the sun that he made. Did you hear me say, soaks up radiation? Who can soak up radiation? Black people. Y'all watch y'all asses, because people realizing now the true value of first man and first woman. And did you know the government understands there are gods in us walking amongst the ungodly? Why do you think everybody's interested in black people? If you don't share this video, you don't love black people, because everybody should be warned. Give us a shot!
Wait until white people find out that the person that they pray to and call their savior and think that he's coming back. Wait until they find out that he was actually a person. Just remember, anytime you see the elites, or whatever you want to call them, trying to make us hate a specific person or thing, it's really just because that's the most powerful thing. They do everything in their power to make us hate black people. That's because these people are so powerful. These people have been here forever. White people did not pop up until about 5,000 years ago. Now, there's gonna be quite a few of white people that are gonna be mad at this because y'all think everything is about you, but I'm here to tell you that it's not, and it never was. Think about it. I don't know where the fuck white people came from, to be honest, but we are not meant to be in the sun. like how like black people are from Earth. They have been here a long ass time, bro. The sun loves them. The sun hates white people, okay? I'm just being honest. Part of that has to do with wearing sunscreen and sunglasses, but that's for a whole nother video. All of those ancient people from ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, those were, ever notice how the nose are always chopped off on those ancient structures? That's because they don't want us to know the truth. I'm not gonna say too much about this photo because I don't want my video to get taken down again. But I mean, y'all see what's going on. A lot of things you've just been lied to, y'all. Pretty much everything is the opposite of what you think it is. There's a reason they want to divide black people. It's because black people are the most connected. They are very, very, very talented at singing, dancing, athletics, you name it. So many things are designed to limit them. I think that black women are the most powerful people on the planet because the number two things that the elites, whatever you want to call them, that they hate the most is women and black people. So there you have it, black women. Those are the people that we need to be listening to. Those are the leaders of the new earth. And I'm not saying other women aren't powerful, but there's just something about an enlightened black woman who is embodying her gifts that is just so powerful, y'all.
I mean, this is what we've been trying to tell y'all.
All right, racists, let's talk about the truth. There is so much discourse lately about who is native and who is indigenous, and even the nerve to bring up who is the architect of soul food. And what everyone needs to understand is that black people are the earth. Black people are the only unmutated humanity. They told you humans came from Africa like it was a migration story, but that's not the truth. The truth is, Africa is the first face of the earth. And blackness is the source of all biology. Everyone else? Genetic drift, mutational echo, survival glitches adapted to ice and exile. Let's talk origins. The black woman is the womb of the world. Forget the Eve in the garden story. That was a stolen metaphor. The real Eve lives in the woman's mitochondria. And not just any women. Melanin-rich, thick-hipped, thick-lipped, and copper-toned. Elegant, poised, literally perfect, planet-rooted black women. White women don't carry the full ancestral genome. Asian, Mexican, and Native women only carry fragments. Black women carry the total code. She doesn't reproduce diversity. She births the whole species. When small African offshoot groups migrated north, they weren't evolving. They were mutating, adapting to survival, not thriving. That's where lighter skin, narrow nostrils, reduced melanin, and behavioral changes began. All signs of environmental stress, not superiority. You don't get white by evolving. You get white by forgetting the sun. And that forgetting is not advancement. It's regression. The white genome contains 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA. Let me repeat, they didn't just descend from humans. They were cavemen. Black people have 0 Neanderthal admixture. That's not a joke. That's biology. Black people are the originals. Non-black people are the remix. The problem is, the remix decided to express its evil nature by attempting to erase the original track. Let's talk indigenous. The term indigenous was invented by settlers to decide who was native enough to be managed, named, and displaced. But indigenous is a political term, not a genetic one. And political terms can't overwrite blood memory. Being first on the continent does not make you first on the planet. However, black people being first on the planet means they are first on every continent. The black genome is Earth's source code. Everyone else is just running a copy of their biological operating system. The war against black genetics is a war against humanity. Melanin isn't pigment, it's the processor. It's the molecule that translates solar energy into life. Plants have it, animals have it, humans need it. Black people have the highest concentration of it, which means black people don't just live on Earth, they translate it. They are not just a race, they are the root species. Black isn't a color, it's the motherboard. Every other group, adaptations, mutations, and mistakes. This isn't supremacy, this is truth. Black people didn't come from Africa. Africa came from black people.
Living a dream, living the African dream.
I heard that you want to travel to Africa, but haven't done anything to make it happen. Now, don't tell me that you're pushing it off because you don't know how to get started. Well, listen, that's why I'm here. And because I know you, like I know you, I could tell you that all you need is the holy grail of traveling to Africa. Listen, go to panafricanlifestyle.com and get your hands on a copy of this, Africa 101. It will give you the confidence, the knowledge, the cheat code to plan your escape to Africa. Wait, did I say escape? I mean, not saying that you need to escape from anywhere. I'm just saying that you never know when you might need to just like get up and go. And after reading details about things like healthcare and citizenship, you might just want to call Africa home. Now, wait, hold on. I can see that you get excited, and I did too. But First things first, you got to get the book. And don't be asking me if you can borrow my book. I mean, I would, but I need it for planning my own trip so that we both can make our way to Africa.
American hospitals are purposely allowing patients to unalive in order to harvest the organs. This was absolutely a theory for the longest time. However, the New York Times has released an expose basically proving that this is correct, that this is what has absolutely been happening in American hospitals, that they are purposefully allowing patients to die in order to harvest their organs, which is like such a wild thing. And it is massive collusion between the providers, the nurses, the hospital, and also these organ harvesting corporations and entities as well are purposefully allowing Americans to die in order to take their organs. This is crazy. We said this was a possibility. We said that this was happening, and it is so crazy that this is one of those conspiracies that I believed, but I was like, maybe not. Maybe I'm just looking for things that don't exist. It does exist. The New York Times has proved it. Go online and check out that article from them, because they also give you lots of personal stories and whatnot from people, from Americans that this has happened to. So the American hospital complex is unaliving Americans to steal their organs.
Oh my God, are you an organ donor? An article, New York Times, just came out proving another conspiracy theory, that if you are marked as an organ donor on your driver's license, they will try to take your organs. There's people who are crying, gasping for air, and they're still trying to take the organs. Remember, the medical industry is more about profit, and organs are way more valuable than saving somebody's life. And we've been saying it for years. I used to be an organ donor, and my wife was like, why did you do that? And I said, I want to be a good person. And if I'm dying, maybe somebody can live off of me. And I'm so glad she made me change that. And if you haven't changed it, try to change it. It's hard. They don't want to let you. I kept changing it, and my license kept renewing, saying I was an organ donor. It took me going in there and saying, why, if I told you I don't want to do this, do you keep sending me one that says I am? And they had to cut me another one, finally, that took the organ donor off. The article is New York Times. Go source it. There was a woman who tears were coming out of her eyes. The family was like, the sister was like, she's alive. You can't take her organs. And they're like, no, we're taking the organs. And the sister stopped them, and the woman showed up with a full recovery. But they were ready to take the organs because profit over patience.
Remember when I told you that 100,000 of us were missing? Black women and children. 40% of those children missing are under the age of 18. Okay. Let's put all of this together. So, we have all of these black people, more specifically black women and children missing in this country, and nobody. Think about it like this, if 100,000 white women and children were missing, this whole country would be turned upside down right now, because it's black women and children missing. No one cares except for us. Then I just read a case in Sacramento, California, where a black woman went missing for months, right? In 2023, her sisters put out flyers trying to find her, even offered a reward for information of $3,500. And then the Department of Justice, the DOJ, noticed that she was marked deceased in 2024. And so then they found her, and she was at a hospital in the morgue on the outskirts of Sacramento. She had went to a hospital and 2 days later died from cardiac arrest, right? The hospital didn't notify anyone. They had an address for her, where she lived with her son. They didn't tell anybody while these people were searching for their loved ones. Then, once the DOJ figured out that she was already deceased and notified the family, they found her in the morgue on the outskirts of Sacramento. Y'all, her eyes were missing, her organs were missing, her epidermis, her skin was missing, right? They had took her organs, right? But get this, she wasn't an organ donor. They took them without her permission. 100,000 black women and children are missing in this country. And if you go to the hospital now, people, black indigenous, it's time for you to wake up, okay? You have to wake up, because it's getting really, really, it ain't even weird. It's a good thing, right? This is getting barbaric. This is getting, or they are getting back to their roots of being barbaric, of being inhumane, of being dehumanizing, because how dare you? How dare you?
I'm struggling with listening to so much shit. My baby she ain't resting. I want her at peace. I'm done Win it all. I will fight the battle afterwards. Right now, I'm tired. I'm fed up. I did not sleep. I'm tired. I'm tired of going back and forth. I am tired. I wanted what I wanted. I don't know how to fight the system. It's failed me so much. It's failed me. And as I look at my baby, I can't look at her. For everybody who stuck this room out, I'm tired. I am a mother. I am fucking tired. I can't take no more. I don't know how much I can endure. I'm tired. And I'm telling everybody in this fucking room, I am tired. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I tried. I can't. I have no peace. All I wanted was the tools to come out and her kids to see her without it. I can't get that either. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Okay, let's see if we can work out a way for that to happen that doesn't involve you guys being in a lot of trouble, okay?
All I wanted, that. I got pictures with them.
I can tell you who Trump and MAGA's next target is. Black doctors. There is a bill in the House. It's called H.R. 3518. H.R. 3518. This bill attempts to change a civil rights bill from the 60s, the Higher Education Act of 1965, that Lyndon Johnson signed into law to make education more affordable for low-income and black people. It created such things as Pell Grants, student loans, HBCU funding, etc. Well, this H.R. 3518, that bill is going to amend the Higher Education Act of 65 by prohibiting any sort of DEI program. In other words, they are going to change this civil rights law, this very important civil rights law, and make it a weapon against diversity, equity, and inclusion. How insidious is that? How hideous is that? How mean-spirited is that? So if medical schools does anything to promote DEI, then they will lose federal funding. They will lose loans. And that is really important for us, African Americans, because the average black medical student need federal funding, student loans, etc. And we, as African Americans, we need more doctors. Only 7% of U.S. doctors are black. And it's really, really important, very important, that we have doctors, black doctors, who understand our culture, who take our health issues seriously. And that's important because the medical industry is replete with systemic racism. And that is another thing that H.R. 3518 prohibits. Medical schools cannot even mention systemic racism. They cannot tell their students that the healthcare industry or any other industry in America is systemically racist. Otherwise, they could lose their federal funding. This is crazy. It's all a part of Project 2025. And I made so many videos last year, all last year, after Project 2025 came out, warning African American people, whatever you do not re-elect Trump and allow him to bring MAGA and Project 2025 into office. And that's now exactly what we're dealing with. Now, listen, just because this targets DEI, don't make the foolish mistake, as pro-black imposters want you to do, to dismiss this dangerous bill by thinking that DEI only benefits, therefore, it only harms white women if Trump targets DEI. That is ridiculous, people, because they're using their anti-DEI war, their anti-critical race theory, their anti-wokeism war against us blacks, not against white women. They're using it against us. Now, if you want more information about this H.R. 3518 bill and what it's doing or what it's intended to do to black healthcare, go to my YouTube channel and watch the video. I just put it up. All right. So once again, just know they are now targeting black doctors. All right. So I'm Reverend and Civil Rights Attorney Augustus Corbett. Thank you for watching this video and stay woke.
Welcome again, guys. So we've learned that melanin has a great importance in the human body, and that's why as Black people we should be proud of having melanin, because as you can see, it's preventing us from the sunburns. Other races, mostly the white, they can't sit on the sun under the sun for that long. They can't, because they'll soon develop sunburns and they'll be having a tanned skin. But a Black person will walk in the sun for a whole day and you won't see anything change in them. That's one of our superpowers that you can't change, and that's why we are seeing our people missing, because somebody somewhere is trying to get something or come up with something that we don't know, something that nobody knows, and it's hurting our people. So today we should stand for ourselves, and please, as you walk or go outside, don't go alone. Don't go to secluded places alone. At least make sure somebody knows where you are. Try making sure that you inform anyone around you that today maybe I'll be leaving for this and this place. Today I'll be going to this and this place, and this is where you can get me. Give out a contact of someone else, or go at least with somebody, because we have experienced many people disappearing, and when we find them, when they are found, they are missing eyes, skin, and literally organs, man. And this is not something that is happening to other races. This is something that is happening only to our Black brothers and sisters. As you understand, that is something that shows that it's somehow projected towards a given direction, either elimination for our brothers and sisters. We'll never know, but somebody somewhere is cooking something that we all don't know. Our brothers and sisters should know that they have something that you can never get from anybody else, no matter the race, apart from Black. The first man and woman were Black, and being the first people, that shows the first generation of mankind were Black. And you cannot mix any other races to come up with the Black race. You can only mix other races with the Black people to come up with a given product. For instance, when you mix a black man and maybe an Asian woman, the baby will still carry a greater percentage of the gene will come from the Black man. Same with the whites, same with the Arabs. You'll have to get the gene from the Black person in the baby, no matter the race the people will mix with. And that's one thing that most people don't understand, most so people who are not of the Black color. This is something that we are not talking about enough. We see some Black people, they are not so proud of their skin, and while they have the most beautiful skin on earth, a skin that you cannot replicate anywhere else. People try, but you can't replicate it fully. More so when you try with other means that are not natural. By natural, I mean by birth, or maybe having mixed parents. When you try doing things surgically, you'll just seem off, because technically you'll have features that will not align with what God created, or how mankind came up with the Black color. So I'm urging our Black brothers and sisters, we should not try to alter our beautiful skin. This is something that people just want out there, but they can't get it. That's why they're trying to erase us out of the map so that they can come up with something close to this, but it's not possible. It won't be possible in any way. So kindly desist from anything that will alter your skin color, desist from bleaching and stuff. Just be you, be natural, use the natural cosmetics, use things that will not harm you, and you'll find yourself. People are attractive out here. You might not see it, but people are attractive. Let alone somebody else tell you. First of all, yourself, you should know that you're attractive. Very attractive in this case. Your skin tone talks more about your beauty. And let nobody lie to you. Black is beautiful. Black doesn't crack. Black can endure everything that comes ahead. You can walk around under the sun and you'll be okay totally. So melanin is so important to us and important to everybody else. So you shouldn't feel bad about yourself. Don't try to change anything. You should know that it's important to be melanated, and that's why somebody's hunting us down. Somebody's hunting our black brothers down. Okay? So we should try and protect one another. Don't see a brother going somewhere without any information and just let it slide like, yo, that's an adult and he or she knows what they're doing. No, check up on people. You find your brother missing for a few days, call someone, seek for help. Because if we don't stand up for ourselves, it will turn into a norm and it will be something that is done any day, any time, and nobody will be saving us from all these atrocities. There has been a question of the healthcare centers. People are losing organs, and there has been like a syndicate that goes around and harvests organs from our black brothers and sisters. There have been cases that people have been ill, and when the doctors just try treating them, and somebody is still recuperating from the problem they had, there is that one suggestion that why doesn't he or she just donate their organs while somebody has a chance of recovery? So these are things that we should be vigilant to. If someone doesn't want to respect your body or something, don't allow it. Don't let somebody remain with your patient all alone because we don't know what they might do to them. There have been cases whereby women, our expectant ladies, when they're going to be when they're going to deliver through CS, some come up and start developing issues only to find out that maybe a liver was taken away, and we are wondering why should this be happening? Because the healthcare sector should be the one of the entities that are protecting the lives of people. These are the people who should be taking care of us when we are sick. When you are not feeling well, you should be safe at a hospital or a healthcare facility, but it turns out that the healthcare facilities are the ones that are facilitating the organ farming syndicate. It shouldn't be like that, and it's something that we should stand up against, because if we don't, it will soon become a normal. It will soon become a normal thing to do. People will be leaving home, maybe sick or not feeling well. When you get to the hospital, something that could have been treated is left to maybe the patient to lose their life, and we speed up on the organ donation theory, because why will someone let another patient die just because they were registered organ donors? So you are left to die because you have something that they need much, because if you survive, it's bad day in business, but if you die, it's a good day in office. So it's something that we should be cautious, and I will still request our brothers and sisters to continue keeping healthy and be watchful out there. Not everybody likes you. Be watchful. Don't get into something that you don't know. Just stay woke, kindly. Thank you. And I would like to kindly remind you to finalize, I would kindly remind you to subscribe to my channel, to share and comment, give me your opinions. I want to hear something. Maybe you've had an experience, something, or you know someone who has been through the same. Kindly tell me in the comments, and maybe I'll also get to learn things that maybe I haven't learned, and together we'll be growing. Goodbye, guys.